Now, because I'm president, I have the great privilege to do something. To introduce today's keynote speaker and Walden University alumnus, Dr. Galen Duncan. A 2007 Walden graduate with a PhD in psychology and a retired United States Army Reserve officer. Dr. Galen Duncan has spent nearly 20 years working with NBA and NFL players on personal challenges and off-field career opportunities. Currently, he serves as the Vice President of the King's Academy, where he's charged with helping athletes grow into well-rounded professionals who give back to their community. Prior to this, Dr. Duncan spent 10 years with the NFL's Detroit Lions, where he advised players on practical matters and served as the team's liaison between the league office and the NFL Players Association. He also spent 6 seasons as a treating clinician for the NFL's program for abuse of substances. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Dr. Galen Duncan.
Wow. This is a pretty amazing place to be standing right now. I hate to be this guy, but sometimes words don't truly exemplify what we feel. You all familiar with the movie Pursuit of Happiness? One time with me, Pursuit of Happiness, clap. All right. Hello, faculty, instructors, families, friends, and of course, graduates. Sitting over here was kind of like sitting on the bench during a basketball game where I couldn't do anything, but now I'm in. My name is Galen Duncan, and I'm honored, humbled, and I feel truly blessed to stand in front of you today. Thank you for all the people that made this possible. I admire how Walden has found a way to create a learning community that doesn't allow the lack of proximity to prohibit the establishment of strong relationships and friendships. In the time leading up to standing here, I received many well wishes from current students, faculty, as well as people who graduated with me. I even got a call from the president, from Dr. Omer, or actually a LinkedIn message that stated, "We're excited about you coming," and we both shared our contagious enthusiasm about this event. So if you haven't noticed yet, I spent most of my life working in sports, so there's going to be a lot of sports analogies here, so work with me. In my business, you miss 100% of the shots you do not take. And at this moment, I will joyfully take my shot. Please do not mistake any quiver in my voice for apprehension or fear. It is the excitement that I'm fighting that you are going to experience today. I hope that you can enjoy the day much as I did with my family. You may go to dinner, take pictures, but remember, thank those people who were very, very helpful in your process. In 2007, I sat at a similar vantage point as you. I was completing my PhD. I didn't quite understand what it was going to mean for the rest of my life. But not more than a month later, I received an offer to be the Senior Director of Player Development for the Detroit Lions. Upon receiving that title, I had to look back and think about it. I actually applied for that job 3 times. I was denied all 3. But something about having a Walden degree on my resume made a little difference on the 4th attempt. I was surrounded by family and friends. That day was magical, and my dream truly came true at that moment. But I learned something very valuable on that day, that if my speech in this situation is too academic or too long, I will lose you. So ride this emotional roller coaster with me real quick here. As you have been studying, researching, and writing your findings, along with defeating your own personal desires to be perfect at all you do, I wonder if you really know what is about to happen to you, how your everyday life will change. Because of this accomplishment, and your brand new title, and your fancy mounted diploma, you will be greeted with open arms by people who didn't normally want to talk to you. Your friends will now say, this is so-and-so, and he or she is a doctor. You'll spend many hours explaining how you are not a medical doctor. You'll spend even more time, especially with non-millennials, educating others on the credibility of an online terminal degree and explaining to your parents and grandparents that this is not a correspondence degree. One perk you may also enjoy is calling up a busy restaurant and asking for a reservation as Mike Smith. Wait about an hour, call back and ask for a reservation as Dr. Mike Smith. It's actually pretty cool, and it actually really works. But for all my Marvel fans, with great ability comes great responsibility. Walden clearly states on the website of things that Walden graduates will have when they leave here is the ability to positively affect social change where they work, in their communities, and in society. You do realize that this is everywhere that you go, right? There's a reason why positive social change is the first point. And you may have noticed in this day and time, in our country and this world, we are at a crossroads. So-called unalienable rights like life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness aren't equally granted for all. Even rights like freedom of speech and the right to bear arms are no longer weapons of those seeking equality. Instead, some individuals with money and power and status wield their gifts to empower the oppressor. In doing so, they ultimately help to ensure that many of the very rights that all people are legally, morally, and at least ethically entitled to are withheld from those who are minorities, indigent, or incapable of adequately fending for themselves. Movements like Black Lives Matter, the Me Too movement, and many others are being challenged for not being inclusive. Let me be clear. Yes, all lives matter. Yet we stand here arguing over the very principles that this wonderful country was created on. And so the oppressor is encouraged over and over again. He or she is rewarded with a place at the podium and the opportunity to lead. He then encourages the next level of oppression. It isn't hard to find. You can look at it every single day. Minorities being marginalized, women being paid on a lower scale or openly treated as objects. Protests that end in death or injury as opposed to discussions for change. It's scary to admit, but the unfortunate reality is we are now a country entering a Cold War. Well, I said I wouldn't be academic or long, but I didn't say I wouldn't get heavy on you. I actually had a huge internal battle about how to deliver this speech. I wondered whether it was too political, or maybe not enough or light enough for a celebration. I wondered whether I would lose this captive audience amidst all the well wishes. Yet I was still moved to be who I am. You may ask, who am I? I'm the son of two Detroit public school educators who themselves had to overcome hurdles that would have destroyed most. But I am also a well-trained advocate for social justice, and I am proud to have done that at Walden University. So what is our responsibility here? Is it to mind our own business? In the business of athletics, many of us have been told to shut up and dribble. Well, we could do that, but what would be the point of the blood, sweat, and tears that we all shed in achieving these goals? I joked earlier about the perks, but if you're only accepting this hood for the status that it brings, then you are only fueling the oppressor. On this wonderful, momentous occasion, for you, I do not wish to dampen your day. However, I do wish to stir you. You can use your newfound power and clout for more than just a conversation speech or a quick dinner reservation. You are now agent of change, and you are a subject matter expert in your field. Muhammad Ali is one of my greatest greatest people that I really, really like. I've always enjoyed what he did. Sometimes it was comical. And many of my sports heroes are people that I look up to. But Muhammad was really special in a way to me, so much that I actually named my dog Ali. He once said, "He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life." So here's a quick story, and a not well documented one for that matter. Ali was in LA, was training for a fight, getting ready for some things, and was just at home in the evening having dinner. And one of his buddies called him and said, "Hey, there's a guy down here on a ledge getting ready to jump." Police had talked to this man. Clergymen, psychologists, they'd all tried to talk him down. So here comes Ali in Ali fashion, driving a Rolls Royce down the wrong side of the street. He arrived, ran in the building, went upstairs, and proceeded to talk the man off of the ledge. They came down together, arm around each other. What kind of guy gets in the car and drives towards a potential suicide to save the life of a man he's never met? Ali was there because he not only knew he had the platform to help, he desired to help. Ali did many things to help many people, but on that day, he desired to save this man's life, and he had the compassion to put his own life in danger in the process. In my eyes, this truly makes him the greatest. You too can be great. Now, disclaimer, I'm not saying that you should go to the scene of crimes and things like that and be superheroes and put yourself in danger. However, I think you get the idea. It's my belief that at least one of our goals of life should be able to help those who are not only those in need, but those who need a little help. We can influence the oppressor off the ledge. You see, he too is worthy of being salvaged. So to my point today, we can empower someone who is disenfranchised. We can individually brighten the day of a child, and collectively, with our newfound clout, we can change the world and denounce the evil that for some serves as a power source. We can serve as the welcome sign that this great crunch really was originally created upon. Why in the world would we not? So to the newest members of this team, I am passing you the ball. Congratulations, it is your turn to shoot. Please do so with love and compassion. Thank you very much.